what I heard was that he was ambushed at his house.
Yes, and, attacked by a mob.
Attacked by a mob and and the American said, it's a compound house. Now we are one now. Everybody's feeling the pain. What did he say? He just said, fix the country. He said about the Serbia, the gunshots, it was very uncalled for. He could have used tear gas.
Yeah.
And then rubber bullet and now the visa. Who gave that instruction?
Right.
The president should fire all the ministers. Somebody doesn't move on. Fire and hire. That's my humble opinion to the president. The Christian Council, I'm sorry to say this, I get too disappointed in them. They don't understand their mandate.
Ebusia form ma obidia akwa bashungo edi eba too much GH so ebusia for sanitary dano and some of kodwa to dry ewo mayimu the agbo ba bedru the nkofo eka ebene na we dey so se na won so awo hwe usbenye bi atente no enti na sabe minimo edi ehia na wo hwe ene Ghana enkomo bia anu ede mo waka ho ensem eye Ejura basabasa e kakro e koso ewo ho na wotwe emu na wo be ka ya fitiase no nia efi abrantia isusu se oye fix the country activist Ibrahim Kaka Mohammed ni wo beto dwa na wotwe mu a ni nuanu mo bo ewo eye Ejura setroduma so ka se that wo mo empnesa wo mo nim se MC a woda wo mo ano ne ho nkofo no wo hu se eye wo di se Ejura ntina se wo no a ewo mu bi entino to me demonstrate na mo asre se aban no eyi ni fi ade so entempa so se ne be ya we so be ko so atna so di Ejura ebe we di bone some say na sa demonstrations na wo mo eka so wo mo se na MC na mo no we hu asie ade se wa fa police for say wo mo me no mo ban ebe aye ko sie eye Ibrahim Kaka Mohammed said be ya route and say demonstration no wo be bere ase na no na so ma police for ego pie mo ewo eye Ejura section duma se bra demonstration no eko so na for ego bi etire no video se ba continue access enya police for nko ene ko ho atoja for so be pie mo ha ebusa for tutuo epie mu bia ane menemo ka se nko for mienu ato na nanom ewo ensie do ema emu ensia da so da yasa bia wo mo eji ayanhwe na ni nia mu no amaga na for abohu dindindi anya se goto bia ebi na no asemba pa no ka se enti wo mampeni ye mampeni na ku fo do ntia mamu a o promise yen se wo de be brain enu nia na a de bia ebundi peneni mahwe ewo nsem na ni nia mu no we release press statement afa ensem na tese what a committee class wo nya nsem ni hwemu within 10 days na wo mo efa emestre ba ni nia mu na amafo se enye enough wo mo nya se Christian Council for so bekasa empenifo awodo mo oman mu so bekasa egusa de ni ntia se enye papa saa so no mo hwe ni se asofo awodo a mo da oman ensori kesia no so be ba apote mo bekasa ede for instance de ekeka kono emebu ni buafu wo bia akasa ene de se justice ni de se ye pes attention no so emmemu ema amafo de ni nia eka ho ehye emebu ni bufu ntina se buafo de ekeka kono eni eya eyinan Enuti enya bepie mo awosofo peni awoda Faith Army Chapel International ano Apostle Dr. Walter Sakwamante na safokese ono ano da no ne office ena sabe yeti no bi ono abie muso no wasaso president edema Ghana Patriotic Pastors and Professional Voice tese wo mo so ekasa ema Ghana nyama eko so mo kasafa Ghana yempuntu hu nyama bebo mo manya ntum mpuntu ni ebiem so enwa yenya akoso hunhuma famane hu na mani afa wo mo efa Ghana ho pan ti so ene no bewra enkum ndi nti a be sisa abre nyama hodo bi a Ghana fo hwe ni ye hu ye ene de Ejura incident no emini ema Ghana sisi ade nti ye twa ho ade aba sisi ye pape enkom na ene de hye so nti hye ne so enko be bia ye twa ho aba sisi a Everything for me so eba mo akwa bibim se na me kan no ye wo Apostle Dr. Walter Sakwamante the office ono ne so fupeni awoda Faith Army Chapel International ano na akwa me niema na akwa ba himba ebo no mupe ope Apostle ma akwa bo
yeah na who to say
emi adom ni Apostle bi akoko
emi adom just that on say yeah koso kom no higher kaka
higher kasa ha junga ne bi no be ka say ya de pam na Apostle ye hwe Ejura basa here course wo mbegunu a wo mo demonstration say wo new na encourage police force wo mo by na fi de tututu say warning shots for the first time in history demonstration warning shots are done live bullets and can say rubber bullets cannon water pepper spray any tear gas abodo dey air preventing crowd demonstrations abodo say but to the extent say and go for me no actual and said 6 what do you make of this issue?
Well, it's a very sad issue, and I'm saying a good greeting of our listeners. Now, ocean background, I decided in Bayano. There was a gentleman called Kaka.
Yeah.
Now, Kaka no, be a social activist.
Very true.
No, be a what he says, it be a government to home BB anti or trying video, senior be for home.
Yeah.
And by the way he speaks, or a very calm person, on your be a violent, ni tone. And he said, Jonas, one answers, Uncle Nomoya. He's never seen, I've heard his videos, and I have never had any cause of worry on Yanipa.
Okay.
And I think that he did it well. You know, I don't know what prompted anybody to kill this young man, what you say. But it's a very sad thing. And when the incident happened, what I heard was that he was ambushed at his house.
Yes, attacked by a mob.
Attacked by a mob and and the American said, it's a compound house. Now, we are one now. A lot of questions, there are too many questions and answers. It looks so planned to me, even at 1:30. But I almost bet it's a B team, AJ and answer BB. Didn't anybody here, didn't the neighbors here? Because any secluded and answer estate be an answer isolated from society.
Me feel said,
bush if you and to be anti now what it is. How did they plan it? The investigation must go where we have to find justice. But it is so unfortunate. Said I didn't see, the guy lost his life, and 2 more people. And the Ashimani said that 2 more people grab and come 1 on 7. But Kakanano, but they have also have families. They have also been killed. What is so painful? Said you are going to bury their dead, and in the pain, will military just gauge at them and kill 2 persons, kill them like that? Such impudence. Don't say it's out of order.
Yeah.
And everybody's feeling the pain. What did he say? He just said fix the country. What the youth, they are going through a lot. Now my analysis be said. They say we university we are around 20, 22, 23, 24. First, so we university at 29, 28. 24, but me at now for 6 years. What are you doing? Only you have to create your own capital. Banks and loan for young students.
No.
To start their own anything. This is what I call family. Only it's a family now. You are just there.
Yeah.
And maybe you are born for loan to pay for the university. Only collateral. The banks don't give loans anymore. Don't forget.
Yeah.
And all the banks that should give loans, they are collapsing. SMEs are collapsing. And they go by a day. Oh, and a COVID, aftermath of COVID, so secondly chrome, and the price is high. We enjoy a lot of free that. The government has to recoup that money. And to come with your growth. And youth now agitated. He's coming back home to want to take care of his family. And the state now is very bad for this guy to be killed. And I felt the over-involvement of the military in citizens in civilian affairs adults too much. And the young a very saucy police. Then mom verse, bullion van assembly who said it pick up when you see a bulletproof car, a fast car. The chroma idea says it's on. And thank our only so very you and yet scabby brain say now on necessary things. And our government structure and then you go for bread. And the pain is too much. Nobody should try to be political. I mean, politics, no. But the reality on the ground is a couple bread. Apart from some few people are so resource and enjoy it. The anger is there. It's in the approaching on. No, onya sika onya. Or bread. He doesn't value life anymore. What's the way they were talking?
Yeah.
At that time, we are valuing life more. And that is how the Arab League started. Too many of that people were tired. Somebody burnt himself. He was tired of life. But it was sermon. He said about Serbia, gunshots. It was very uncalled for. He could have used tear gas.
Yeah.
And now rubber bullet and now the visa. But now targeting now and shooting sano. It's so sad, said. Because BBC reporting incidents. And what happens to our investors? Investors somewhere invest in Ghana, and the country is so unstable. What happens? And to the implications, no, and easy, crowd, this crowd.
Apostle na wo hye wo kasa na se no wo kasa wo kasa te se Trini Jonas mo they can say that Trini Jonas mo they also should they be counted as people at risk because they are fighting for the freedom of the youth?
Look, we all don't know what is happening, just that we can only speculate. What is it that it's happening to? Started from Ahmed Swale, and other few people who have lost their lives now. They are there. The threat against the media. What happened to Kalakuda? I don't know whether it's lack of education or there are some miscreants in the political space. I say within the political way. The political structure not running on. Who your president? The political structure of the party will kill your governance. I don't want to put blame too much just on the president, even though he's our leader and must ensure that. Our political structure is made of a lot of. There are good people in the NPP, let's know. But there are some selfish entities or more. Almost one strategy is not running because it's their time to chop. What I said. I said people that are with him should rally behind him as a strong force. And do be a party beyond this time. A governance. It's for the people.
Yeah.
And I'm assaulted. Yes. And no, Charlie. And now if everybody's under threat, it could happen to everybody. That's why the Face the Country convened and said that we are all kaka, which means everybody could be kaka.
Yes.
So we are all kaka means that everybody could be kaka. But the idea said they have formed a committee of inquiry now. As my humble plea, they said, end the 9-day wonder. After committee, you shouldn't put, I don't know, that would really give the MPP a very bad name.
Okay, now.
I don't know what to say. So my humble plea is reporting about how implementing.
Okay. Now, Apostle, you share about the influx of the military or civilian issues. Far by it's only this government, and you say once in a while when civilian issues are up and going, you say now military, the military is also up and doing in it. Now you share free elections 2020 during the counting at Ablikuma North, Dēmonstration, the Chiman South. We saw the military there. There were death issues also there, which are issues that need to be able to decide because it's still pending at the court. And then Dēmonstration coming down to Ejura, Sechodumasi incident. We know as a country, police units, in the disorder police, there are police who go as escorts. There are police who go to prevent rioting and demonstrators from doing or endangering others. And they are trained policemen who act like military police, but they are policemen who also avoid rioters from causing harm in a way that
they are trained for that.
Yeah, they are trained for that. They can react with arms and all that. See, why is it that in these times those structures are not being applied? Because before this question said, no, what kind of administration are we applying now as a country? Because say if the police is not trusted well enough with its job and the military has to be convened anytime there's an issue like this, then what kind of governance is this? Is it a military rule or we are still under a democratic governance?
I want to make a humble plea to all the stakeholders who are listening to us. Too much, my fear is that too much involvement in the military might arouse their conscience. Well, we don't want a coup d'etat.
Okay.
Because they are not supposed to be involved in civilian affairs. That is why there are times they operate. But when you start engaging them and they start, agitating, and there's a division in the military, it's not safe for us. Because I believe you said not everybody in the military would like this from sources. It's my humble plea, they said, they should strengthen the police force, they can work effectively. All throughout many governments, we have not been able to do that very well. But we have to resource the police. We make fun of the police. We ridicule them. We don't treat them well. If you put your police officer in a dilapidated building, it's a source of ridicule. It's a form of ridicule. And we have to respect the police and resource them well with all the things that they need to do their work. And another thing is that, in my humble opinion, the reforms should take place. Some constitutions should change. The president should not be able to appoint an IGP anymore. We should have a national policy. Because when you appoint an IGP, you will have political influence in the police service. So we are doing all this. NBC will come and talk. The IGP is why do you think when you go, they will not implement any reform? I'm telling you, we'll bring this. Everybody who comes and takes advantage of what happens. All this is started from the beginning of the Fourth River through Rawlings. The way things have been structured, no one has implemented it. And so everybody comes and take advantage of it because Uber is a space for you to explore. I have the power of the security. No, it shouldn't be like that. We should think national. That's why we are called the Ghana Patriotic Party as a professional voice. We are professionals, we think Ghana, and we think the people. But we are not a political party. I don't intend to do any politics. I'm a pastor, I preach the gospel. But I have a mandate to pray for my nation. And I have a mandate to speak to power every time things are not going the way they must.
Next question. I'm all for I shall say besides them say, hey, so Christian Council, Momoraswa Etiase, are so for Anka Bano, then be said they be an previously, Kamuba out, Namokasafa, you talk about national issues, the you are able to if some more about but it seems like in these times there is silence even in such stakeholders like yes, but they should be the stakeholders of peace. No, they are no longer talking. What is going on? Why is the Peace Council quiet? Why are pastors quiet?
I don't know what the Peace Council does, what their mandate is, but obviously to bring peace. I don't know why it took them 10 years. They have reacted. They have condemned the act. But it took them 10 years.
10 years, yes, long enough.
Long enough. As long as 10 years. What it means, it took them too long for them to be able to react. Tension. Oh, Edusana, I don't know what we think about ourselves. We don't value each other. But any part, yeah, one more. The brother who, because our father, and nobody comes to talk. You're fine. I see the mini part. You're breast soup, and you're Janine. Oh, what did they make an say? How wicked can we be? If we are Christians, and the more the men of God who are quiet, every compassionate person who loves human beings should not keep quiet and see human beings being treated like that. I couldn't bear the pain of these young guys going to bury their brother. And then a policeman took them and hits and kills. According to the sister, one of them, she said that this brother had not been eating.
Going to buy
food to eat. You see, they are a very poor community. Even in their poverty, we are killing them. What is it? I don't know, what is it? Who gave that instruction? The president should fire all the ministers. I don't put them on the ministers. The president cannot be everywhere. Let me give you one example. I'll tell you something. Have you noticed the minister for Greater Accra? The minister?
Yes. Honorable Henry.
Is he doing a good job?
He's trying his best.
Yes, trying his best. And he's doing it professionally. Is he appointed by the president?
Yes.
Why is he performing and the others are not performing? What I have not seen Akufo-Addo, he should fire and fire. As simple as that. You can't perform, go and sit down. Why did you give the instruction for who did it? We should fire, chain of firing. We should fire. Immediately. Fire, yes. If you don't fire, you see, he's taking them to be the party mechanism. No, I'm sorry. Because you see, if it doesn't fire, it's still going to affect the party. The brand is giving MPP is different now.
Yeah.
Hi, the brand that is giving MPP, and hear me out. I'm speaking in pain. The brand this thing is giving to MPP. Right?
It now looks like a dictatorial.
No, MPP is not like that. That's not the culture of MPP.
Okay.
Very democratic oriented party. They listen to each other. They have dialogue. They have a lot of, intellectuals. They know how to speak. The problem started when they put some people as chairman and bosses and like that. I mean, they started and nobody talks about the language that is spoken. They fight against everybody. There's even a program that they have a place that they sit and insult pastors. I mean, and this brand is going to the heads of people. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Eventually, the party that they have all started, gradually you have people leaving. No, Biako. Even founding members of the party. Yahota Mako is a founding member of the party. He's never been in favor of a lot of things.
Okay.
And I didn't hear. Made me feel said, I don't think that the president is a bad person. I think it's a party machinery. And some things driving him crazy. Pulling things elsewhere, and it's not easy for him to put it because he's alone. Apart from him, what brought him to power is a party machinery. What I say. And so it's a difficult situation, what it is. And to get power, to come into power, don't forget that he was dealing with before Ronnie's regime, after Ronnie's regime, Nanando and the NPP guys were dealing with a very difficult situation to try to come into power at that time. They have to win against a democratic elected government back from a revolution background. And to the element of the revolution, it was just the name of that. And so in trying to do that, when you see Takashi, and he was a person, I'm telling you something, he was the only strong person who was standing at the forefront and fighting. And so after you gain power, that culture must be quickly. Disband all disband everything. That's my humble advice.
Okay.
Because he, the person himself, I don't think wanted that to happen to Ghana. But unfortunately, we are not having the leaders to be able to help him to drive it. That's why I'm seeing an example of the minister for Vitaka. He's a minister, is he performing? Absolutely fantastic minister. What about the others? Not performing. Fire them. Ejako was fired, couldn't perform. And I thought that a lot of more people could have been fired. What did they make an answer?
Me too.
To save the party, to save the people, to save the face of the nation. Somebody doesn't perform. Fire and hire. That's my humble opinion to the president.
Okay.
You understand? Fire and hire.
All right.
Because this is awful, but everything lies on him now. Everybody will mention his name. That's so unfortunate. It appears they are not doing their work. That I could be wrong, but whatever it is, and I would humbly I would have been very happy if he came back quickly and did. People are in pain. They are human beings, for crying out loud. And you can come out now, with Casa. Fair, talk the way Obama will come on stage and come and talk. Soothe their feelings. Yes, something to soothe them, but too many. At that certain times, don't let the communicators come and speak. We want to hear the president.
We want to hear the president.
We want to hear the president.
Now, Apostle, I say, why is the Christian Council or the Pastoral Board of Ghana, because we know we have a majority of Christians as citizens of Ghana, Argentina, this time, and the say, Mubeba on board, no matter kasa about the issue, condemn it and all that. Up to now, they are still silent, and even as they have come, no, it's not out there. It's not as loud as it was expected to be.
Sir, the Bishops' Conference have come to speak. Is it correct?
Yeah.
And who else also have spoken?
I think the Christian Council, the Peace Council, actually.
Have spoken.
Yes, the Peace
Council. But the
Council.
Christian Council has not spoken.
No.
The Christian Council, I'm sorry to say this, I get too disappointed in them. They don't understand their mandate, and they need to be.
But in previous times, they used to come out.
I don't know who the leader is. I don't know why they are there, why they are quiet. And God did not give us the spirit of timidity. I keep saying that Christians are too timid. Now, it's a Christian council, no, and said they should be up and doing. They should be vocal. They are too timid, like I said. They are too timid. And the minister said they will be focused on their agenda. They should speak out when it's necessary. Christians from 71%, Makasa, of the whole entire population, every time they expect to speak, they are not speaking. If they have a problem, they should get a PRO. They should get a PRO. We are too timid. God did not give us the spirit of timidity, but of power, of love, and of sound mind. We are too timid. I'm not even going to.
So I could do it and say, the apostle. The apostle, young woman, you did baby and son, and some of the and touch on this issue. Sad delay here, Abba and woman being addressing the Ejura incident. Any peace council, so watching German said, all this, if it should happen, say the expectation of the people of Ejura, say youth, no, is not met by this committee Mabini to in the next 10 days say their course will be on day and will report say if the expectation they are looking for they don't get that kind of justice up. What does this Ejura incident mean for the next few years or days of this country?
Well, I want to be very optimistic. I want to believe that things will be done right.
Okay.
It's the right thing to do. Humbly. A humble plea, they said they will take the report to another level and prosecute when they have to prosecute, so that people have faith in our security system. And to me, Phil said that's a very good way to go. I don't want to look back on the other alternatives. Me bomb fighter, so I don't see any positive. He said, "We are calming down." Mr. said, "The Ejura youth will calm me down. I'm sure we'll find a culprit, and justice will speak for the lawsuit." Very painful. And the other two guys who are also dead, and others injured. Me bomb fighter said they will not die. Well, it is only Kaka, but the other two they also have a soul. They have a spirit that have been killed by just some gunshots. Oh Jesus! Me bomb fighter said our nation, we are peaceful. And it's a very painful situation.
Okay.
And I'm optimistic. I just want to believe that we are taking the right steps. As I did NC, everybody will be happy. We find a culprit, and then we'll go and say no more. We'll go and do what?
Say no more.
Say no more.
Apostle Nat said, "You want to Abba Irianisano or final words the food to be a person country."
The final word, Miss Young Mompa, and everybody should be responsible. And my humble plea to the leadership of our nation is that they should work with the youth. They should, communicate with them. Let's do this together because they are feeling the pinch. And some of the youth, for example, are also not responsible because it's the same youth that want to kill the guy. I don't think old people want to kill the same youth because you see we have left a gap in this nation now. We've left a big gap and it's really destroying a lot of people. So whatever it is, whoever you are, put yourself together. If you have not given your life to Christ, give your life to Christ. If you have lost hope in life, I want to encourage you and tell you that things will go well. Fight and work. Me advising you to say they shouldn't give up on themselves. They have potential in themselves and they can do something for their lives. And it will work. They can also set up private institutions. However they can do it, God will be your helper. I'm praying that God will be your helper. I want to beg institutions to help the youth because I know problem now youth. I'm not frustrated. And I'm going to cool it down now. But one step after the other, and I humbly plead to the government. They should communicate with them and see how they can fill the gaps. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Na Ebusion for Apostle Dr. Walter Sakwa Mante. So for being our Faith Army Chapel International no and in United and Community for as for that no Odoko Busia Junction say we do hono na wunya direction ye pa to we do as of no tell person on mo enzuma omo dia ne friend numbers na edase wo na omutimi encho kwan na so be through ha ebi na ebi mu so no se mbo wunya mpaye how be a fe wunya counseling na bibia mu kramba yes spiritual related and na business wise and so for the me catch you say apostle on there on all sides about life. And you don't hear be with me after now in the encomo at their phone now or non so you will be able to be with me at the impact most with me in the JL Raponti. Funny numbers now it was your na friend. Now oh yeah it's now subscribe to too much GH your channel is an editor I will share maybe talk with social media platforms. Instagram, Twitter, so at too much GH underscore follow one of so Facebook a too much GH. Me didn't na ama so I didn't share ever and my dinero for to dra away comment section and I'm here to my best share my bye bye.